hey, can you see me? So WWE has been okay lately, or I should even dare to say been good. They've really lifted their game up because AEW is about to drop and Impact Wrestling has kind of gotten themselves together. So I think they really feel the competition coming, so they have to start delivering. And they're starting treating some wrestlers okay. You know, like what they're doing with R-Truth in the 24/7 title is pretty good. And Luke Harper has a proper storyline now after disappearing for ages, and Sasha Banks is back and pretty awesome. But you know, every wrestler they're giving opportunities to normally results in another wrestler getting opportunities taken away from them and getting given crappy storylines, crappy gimmicks, and everyone starts hating him. No one destroys wrestlers better than WWE, or actually, WCW were pretty good. Remember Mike Awesome, the fat chick thriller, that 70s guy? You know, he was a good wrestler. I mean, he kind of screwed ECW over, and maybe what happened to him in WCW was karma. But you know, he could have at least won the tag team titles with Just Incredible, and they could have had a tag team called Incredibly Awesome or something. That sounds like a late 90s, early thousands kind of name. But yeah, WWE's been pretty good, but you know, it's only a matter of time until they stuff up. And I've got a list of 6 possible terrible storylines that WWE could do. And I like to read them out for you. So number 6, the best female wrestler in WWE at the moment is Asuka, and she's not getting any opportunities at all. So Asuka, some people pronounce it Oscar. Oscar also has the same name as a character on Sesame Street, Oscar the Grouch. So what they're going to do with Asuka is they're going to make her grumpy in interviews, they're going to make her dye her hair green, and she's going to become Asuka the Grouch, or Oscar the Grouch. So she's going to win the 24/7 title. Then to get away from the people trying to pin her, she hides in the bin. Then every now and then the camera's backstage and there'll be like 2 people talking, and then she will pop her head out of the bin and be like, "Can you guys be quiet?" Then goes back into the bin, and that's pretty much the gimmick until she's probably pinned by a garbage man or something. Number 5, another Japanese wrestler who's good and WWE's not using is Shinsuke Nakamura. His name kind of rhymes with cheapskate. So they will make him Cheapskate Nakamura. So what happens would he will become a scab, you know. There's a scene where Miz is filming a promo and he has a hot dog in his hand. And when the promo finishes, Shinsuke or Cheapskate comes up to him and goes, "Are you finished with that hot dog?" The Miz shrugs and gives him the hot dog, and the camera zooms in on Cheapskate eating the hot dog. And there's another scene where there's a couple crew guys backstage at a table eating donuts. Then they put the donuts down, walk off to do something. Then Cheapskate comes, looks around, picks the donut up and eats it and walks off. And there's another scene where Alexa Bliss is drinking a tea or something while filming a promo. And she puts the tea down, and after the promo, Cheapskate walks up to her and goes, "Are you finished with that coffee?" She shrugs and gives him the coffee and he drinks it. This will be like the 2019 or 2020 version of the damn thing. Remember when Farouk just walked around and said damn? Yeah, it was a terrible storyline. Terrible storyline number 4. So EC3, or Ethan Carter III, he was a big name. He was a star in TNA or Impact. And he hasn't really done anything in WWE apart from chase the 24/7 title around. He did win it, but it wasn't on TV. If you don't win a title on TV, it's pointless. So EC3 will verse NBA star Chris Paul, whose nickname is CP3. So this will be like a pre-WrestleMania pre-show kind of thing. So it'll be EC3 versus CP3, and the guest referee will be the robot from Star Wars, C3PO. The only thing in common with all these 3 characters is their nicknames are kind of similar. So this will be a match. It goes for maybe 2 minutes, then Shaq will come in, interrupt. EC3 will lose because, you know, WWE always has the stars win. So yeah, that would be it. Crappy storyline number 3 is every woman on the roster of WWE will be Ric Flair's daughter. So Ric Flair had a reputation of being a ladies' man. He slept with women all through America, across America. He's a player. That's why they call him the dirtiest player in the game, which I think is WWE's way of telling you he has an STD or STI. So, yeah, Ric Flair, it'd be like Kurt Angle, where they start saying, "Oh, you have a son," but it'd be Ric Flair, so he's like, "You have a daughter who isn't Charlotte. You have another daughter." Man, they build it up for months and months, and they have like a Morty Popovich kind of like, who's the father in the ring, and they bring out all the women, and they have Morty Popovich who's the guest, and he goes, "Ric Flair, your daughter is," and there's like a long pause, and he's like, "Everyone on the roster," and all the females, they either start dancing or they start fighting, then this storyline will go nowhere. And then like a couple of weeks they just forget it never happened, you know. WWE is really good at those crappy storylines, you know, like Mojo Rawley yelling at himself in the mirror, Kane versus other Kane, that storyline went nowhere, or Vince McMahon when his limo blew up, that storyline went nowhere. Anyway, crappy storyline number 2. Number 2 is like 2 because it's shit, and 2 because it's number 2 on the list. So Roman Reigns will have a match, and if he loses the match, then he will have to enter the Royal Rumble with his hands tied behind his back. So Roman Reigns loses the match, he gets screwed. So that's why he loses, because he can't lose because the other wrestler is a good wrestler. He has to lose by getting screwed. So he not only enters the Royal Rumble with his hands tied behind his back, that he enters the Royal Rumble with his hands tied behind his back and is the first person in the ring. But he wins the Royal Rumble. He wins the Royal Rumble with his hands behind his back. He eliminates people by kicking, or he flips them over on his back. And when he wins the Royal Rumble, then the next pay-per-view he wins the title at WrestleMania. Then he's undefeated for 3 years. Then at some random pay-per-view, maybe Great Balls of Fire. Remember that pay-per-view? Not very many people do. But they're going to bring it back. It's going to be a random pay-per-view. And Roman Reigns is competing, and a guy jumps out of the crowd with a crab shirt and whacks Roman in the back, costing him the title. And the commentators would be like, some guy in a crab shirt just cost Roman Reigns the title. And Renee Young will be like, "Oh, it's not a crab, it's a star sign. It's cancer. Cancer has taken out Roman Reigns again." So Roman Reigns will then have a fight with this guy called Cancer. So it'd be Roman Reigns fighting Cancer. Cancer's star sign is a crab. Cancer's finishing move will be the Boston Crab. Roman Reigns will beat this guy after one main event, and you'll never see Cancer again. And now it's time for my number 1 terrible storyline that WWE will probably do. So everyone wants CM Punk back. Every time there's a rumor, AEW or Impact or WWE, there's always rumors about CM Punk coming back. So WWE will tease this and be like, "A wrestler everyone wants to see is coming back. Tune in tomorrow." Next week, sorry. So that week's Raw will come. Then CM Punk's music will start. And everyone starts cheering because they think CM Punk will come out. But instead of CM Punk, it will be Ashton Kutcher. And Ashton Kutcher will come out and be like, "I am CM Punked." Remember, because Ashton Kutcher had that terrible show, Punked. It was like a hidden camera show where he did pranks on celebrities. Yeah. So it'd be like that, CM Punked. And he'd be like, "I just punked the crowd." Then he wins the 24/7 title, because everyone seems to win that. Then he would do some crowd work and the crowd start booing. Then David Arquette would come out. Remember David Arquette? Guy from Scream who married Courtney Cox. I think they got a divorce because he's a sex addict. And he was also WCW champion for a while when WCW got really crap. So David Arquette and Ashton Kutcher, aka CM Punk, will have a match at WrestleMania, be a Hollywood street fight. And the rule to the Hollywood street fight is not in the face. because, you know, stars always like, no, not the face. And yeah, it would be terrible. That's why it's on the list. Terrible ideas that WWE will probably do. I'm Kieran Dalton. I hope you enjoyed it. Hell in a Cell in a couple of weeks. Hopefully Sasha Banks wins the title. I do like Becky, but I think WWE is destroying your character at the moment. I think she needs to lose and win again and reset the whole... But anyway, that's a different topic. Anyway, thanks for watching. Kieran Dalton out.